The next challenge for America's best, the uneven bars. Brandy Johnson excelled on the bars in winning the all-around competition 2 weeks ago. Up first is Sandy Woolsey, a difficult event. Once the competitor begins a routine, power and grace must be interconnected. It's an event like the floor exercise that rewards the spectacular.
Nice reverse hex. Good height above the bar. Just straddle back to handstand. A little awkward on that handstand. This is her favorite event, and this is where she really has the cleanest execution of all her events. Giant full turn over the top, right into a tuck double flyaway. A few form deductions in there, but good difficulty, good swing.
Sandy's getting better meet by meet. Her coach, John Aitken, a former national high bar champion, congratulates her.
And this is the highlight of her routine. It's a move of D value, the hardest move, to reverse hex. It's a giant with a full pirouette over the top. She was a little bit over too far when she made the pirouette, but ended nicely with the tuck double back.
Score 9.65 for Sandy Woolsey, and she's pleased. That gives Sandy the early lead. 9.65, the number that Brandy Johnson has to shoot at. But up next is a U.S. Olympian, Chelle Stack, a young lady that actually radiates electric energy.
This is Shelly's best event, but some of you might remember she had trouble with compulsory bars at the Olympics in Seoul. Nice hop to reverse grip, front giant, pirouette, right into a reverse giant with a full pirouette into a reverse hex. Beautiful routine so far. Nice difficulty. She has a good combination of different types of elements. Many of the girls tend to use a stock routine, all the same elements. Just two giants into a tuck double back flyaway. Really pretty routine.
Chelle is congratulated by coaches Richard Gishi and Trina Tinty from Scats in Southern California.
This is a nice angle to see the quick hand movement she uses. It's a giant to a full pirouette, right into a reverse hex. Looking for good height here. Now she catches with her arms a little bit bent. That's a slight deduction. Now many of the gymnasts are using this combination, giant into tuck double back flyaway. If they're going to be competitive with the rest of the world, they're going to have to upgrade the difficulty of the dismount.
9.725 is the score for Chelle Stack, who exhibited grace and continuing motion throughout. Brandy Johnson now knows that she must score a 9.737 to take the lead.
And another way of upgrading the difficulty of the routine is having two major release moves, and Brandy does just that. Early on in her routine, she does a beautiful combination. She does a reverse hex, and then right into another release move. There's a reverse, and I can't believe it. She hasn't missed all year long. And the problem here is this is a bad place to miss for her. She usually does a second release move, and without the connection, she can't do it.
That miss is a 1/2 point deduction for Brandy, and it'll cost her a chance at sweeping the 4 individual events.
She's also in jeopardy of not receiving a potential 4/10 bonus point. She finished nicely. Now, as I mentioned, there's a bonus point system. All routines are judged from a 9.6 if they have their basic requirement. And there's a 4/10 of a point bonus system. 3/10 for originality of elements and combinations, and 1/10 for the extra D. She doesn't have the extra D since she didn't get to do her second release move. She has a beautiful reverse hex and just can't get her hands on the bar.
Here's Coach Kevin Brown as he watches. He's spotting for her now, but on the miss, he must walk away. He can't help her remount. Her mother, Kathy's in the stands and knows all the nuances of this sport.
Uh-oh. She's never done that before. I don't know. She can't come out of one release move. I mean, she does one release move out of the other.
So she misses the bonus for that combination as well as an extra D.
Not only will she not win the uneven bars, she won't medal in it in all probability. Here's a young lady that could, Christy Henrich.
Christy has had an outstanding meet through the all-around competition as well as the event finals so far. This is a good, strong event for her. Hop to reverse grip, a front giant, very difficult move, into a back giant, full pirouette. She was having trouble with that in warm-up. She made it now, and again, a reverse hex. Toe on handstand. She's really showing a good variety of skills here. Giant swing, another giant swing, and again a tuck double flyaway. Good solid routine showing good difficulty.
Solid indeed for Christy Henrich, who you'll remember finished second in the all-around competition 2 weeks ago.
Since most of the girls are doing a relatively simple dismount, the goal here is to stick the landing. And most of the girls have had that little bitty hop, and you can't give that away in World Championships.
So Christy Henrich scores 9.687. And as the final competitor, that's good for a second-place finish. But a birthday girl, Chelle Stack, who turned 16 years old today, is the winner of the uneven bars. Brandy Johnson, a disappointing fifth. Chelle now gets ready for her final event, the floor exercise, while Brandy Johnson has a chance at 2 more gold medals. She'll be competing in the floor exercise and the balance beam. The U.S. Gymnastics Championships continue from Bloomington, Minnesota.